Hey guys, how you doing? Just a quick check-in because it's been a little while since I've done this. It's a shocking day today here in Cairns. Absolute beautiful day for ducks, but yeah, not for me. Just a quick check-in. So 10 months ago, I released a video where I wanted to work on 3 goals. I wanted to work on my consistency, my running cadence, and my Clifton Beach 10K time. Now, I set myself 6 weeks to do that back then. Didn't achieve any of them, let's be honest. Really didn't make it. But just thought it was timely to check in because I've actually started to see growth in 2 of the 3 areas. The Clifton Beach one, well, there hasn't been a 10K race here for a little while. The 2 areas that I'm improving in are my cadence and my consistency. So here's how I've done it. With my consistency, I'm basically getting out every day. And in that video that I released 10 months ago, I talked about wanting to get out for my 3 key runs a week: the tempo run, the interval run, and the long run on Sundays. The one that I found the hardest is the long run on Sundays. It's with a young family, 6-month-old baby. It's almost impossible to get out for 2 hours and go for a run. It is really, really difficult. So it's taken me this long to shift that mindset and just go with the idea that I'm going to get out every single day. And I'm not going to have a rest day. I'm just going to go out and get something done every single day. And so even if on a Sunday it gets to 5 o'clock at night and I haven't managed to get out because I've been looking after the little fella all day, I can still just say to Kate, right, give me half an hour, I'm going out, 4 Ks, that's all I need. I'm gonna get out and just get a little bit done. And what I'm seeing over the last 2 months, I've managed to do that. I had a 6-day break in there where I got really, really sick, but got back on the horse really, really quickly. And what I've seen over the last 2 months is just huge development and huge growth just from that simple act of running every day. Because what it's done is it's gradually crept up the mileage. So I'm averaging over 60 Ks a week now, which ideally I'd like to build that up even more, but that'll come as I'm able to get out more and more. I'm just keeping track of that using Strava and just putting the number of days in a row that I've run in my Strava title. In terms of cadence, I said 10 months ago that I wanted to work on this, and I started doing some specific cadence drills, trying to use the pedometer on the watch. Don't like doing that, to be honest. I think if I was running on a track more often, I'd use it because it's more around the obstacle avoidance and stuff like that I get too focused on the pedometer and not focused enough on where I'm putting my foot. Those sort of drills and things didn't quite work for me. What has worked is I read a book called The Lost Art of Running by Shane Benzie, and that was a really good book, and it's all about running technique, and it had some really, really good prompts in there to just think about as you're running. And they're just things to focus on, like talking about the tripod landing and just ways to think through and little mantras that you can think to yourself as you're running. And what I found is, since reading that book, and just trying to implement those little things, and just every now and then in the back of my mind, during my easy runs, during my harder runs, just flicking through those little mantras, I'm finding that I am getting that leg turnover happening a lot quicker. So back 10 months ago, I had a look at my Garmin Connect, and what I saw was that my cadence used to average somewhere between 150 and 155 for my easier runs. I usually put that up higher, closer to about 160, high 160s to 170 odd for my hard runs, for my races. But yeah, most of my easy runs sat around that 150 to 155 range. Now when I look, I'm sitting most of the time around that 165 range. It's still not ideal, and I've still got a bit of work to go on it, and I want to get that leg turnover happening even quicker. And I know that by doing that, I'll improve even more. But it's a great start for me. So I'm really, really happy with how that's going. So there are my 2 goals that I've made some growth in. I do honestly think I'm in pretty good 10K shape. I won't know until I do a race, so that could be up to 6 weeks away. Because over the next sort of 3 weeks, because of the COVID scare that we had here in Cairns, we've got a pretty jam-packed schedule. This Saturday, I've got the Pyramid Race, which is an out and back 12K race with a little bit of mountain stuff in between. And then 2 weeks after that, I've got the local Cairns where I was supposed to run the full marathon. It's the Cairns Marathon weekend. I was supposed to run the full, but like I said, I can't get that long run in just due to family reasons. So I've decided to pull that back to the half marathon and just see how quickly I can go at that half marathon. So that's my next 2 weeks. This week, I'll be running again every day, but just dropping that mileage back. So rather than going for a 45-minute easy run every day, it'll be a 30-minute easy run. Instead of 24 minutes at tempo pace, it'll be 10 minutes at tempo pace. Just dropping it right back, trying to get the legs to freshen up a little bit for Saturday's race. Okay, next time I see you will probably be Saturday morning, ready for the race. Thanks for watching. Okay, if you've got any questions, anything you want to say, any thoughts, any comments, please leave them down below. Love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.